Eden Zero is back, and we start off where we left off with Shiki flying towards Rebecca, trying to save her from the chronophage. Well, kind of. He's actually communicating with the chronophage, trying to apologize for her for not recognizing her. But at the same time, while he's talking to the chronophage, he's trying to save his Rebecca by removing the chronophage with his gravity. Chronophage is resisting with all its might that it has left. It seems to be nothing left but a few black strains. So this semi-corpse of Rebecca is basically on its last legs. It is dying, which is the opposite of what I thought was going to happen last week. I assumed that once he separated the two, the chronophage would then go off into the sunset with Ziggy, so those two could be together, but no, she really is just a ghost. And so Shiki continues to plead with the chronophage, begging her to remember them, begging her to remember him, and it actually does. It gets a flood of memories of everything that happened. It remembers its time with Shiki, it remembers its training with Witch, it remembers its sessions with Sister, and everyone else of the Edith's crew. And with its memories back, the chronophage finally accepts its own death. It willingly removes itself from Rebecca and just dies. I did not see that coming. I did not expect the chronophage to just die. I expected it to fuse with Rebecca, but no. Or at least become its own body again and just go off into space. But none of that happened. It just died. The chronophage really was just the last embers of Rebecca's ether. And so Rebecca has been saved. And this means all the big threats are finally over. There's no more Eden's 1, there's no more Void, and now the chronophage is gone. And of course, Mother has been saved. So we're at the end of the story, or we should be, but just like Peter Jackson, apparently we just can't let this story end just yet. So Rebecca finally comes to, realizes that she's 1, naked, and 2, that they're floating in the middle of space, but then she sees that she has Shiki's gravity ether all over her, repelling the Void, I guess, or keeping the oxygen around her body there. That's the best thing I could think of. But I went back to look, and at no point does Happy ever have this, which means I'm 100% sure Mashima has forgotten that Happy is no longer a cyborg, because he should be suffocating right now. They all go back to the Eden's Zero, and the first thing the Shining Stars do is run to Ziggy, which reminds me that Pina has not given them their memories back, because if she did, then they would all know that any memories they have with Ziggy are false, and that any feelings they have for him are false, which is very depressing to think about, but I'm guessing Pina's never going to share those memories, because if she did, that would be heartbreaking for all of the Shining Stars who actually believe that they've been going on these long adventures all this time, but in reality, were just made right at the end of Ziggy's adventure. And it's kind of a depressing thing to think about, that your memories are false, but once again, they're probably never going to see these memories, so none of that matters. Everybody is celebrating their victory. Shiki and Rebecca are holding hands, indicating that they started dating or whatever, it doesn't matter. The big thing at the end, Pina decides to walk away from everyone else, goes into a room by herself, sits down, and says, I guess my mission is over, and I don't know what she does next. I don't know if she turns herself off or what, but it seems that she thinks that she's going to die now? I don't entirely understand Pina's point of view on this. Is she saying that now that she's fulfilled her purpose of getting them to Mother, she has no reason to live anymore, and she's going to now just turn herself off? But that doesn't make sense, because based on that logic, all the other Shining Stars should just turn themselves off, because their purpose was to have the memories of dead people so they could then raise Shiki. But Ziggy couldn't do that, and so he just gave up. But he didn't scrap them immediately because he already gave them life, and he didn't want to just kill them. So why is Pina thinking now that her mission's over, she should die? That doesn't make sense. It goes completely against Ziggy's philosophy and thinking, so I don't understand Pina's decision at the end. I don't understand this at all. It just seems like some weird thing that was tacked on that I don't get. I'm hoping it will make more sense in the next chapter or whatever. I don't know. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Eden Zero and other things. Thank you, and have a great day.